now they have to really work for their win if they are even going to take it.
Absolutely. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a massive underdog story. Atrix back on, of course, ESL Impact Season 4 did do pretty well as Team Mokrias was their name back then, for those of you who are watching. And so it's not necessarily the most uneven, but Fluxo Damon's definitely coming into this as one of the prime top seeds. But it's time to kick this map off. We're done with if, buts, and maybe. We're done with hypotheticals. Let's just get into the game. And I already see a pair of julihs, which does make me very happy.
This time on the Atrix side. Have to see it come out.
Poppins very wary of aggression. A lot of aggression here, actually, from Atrix. And it's just not coming.
Smells like a bit of demo reviewing that perhaps has been going on, but man, Atrix is very much ready for this inner bomb site take. Everyone being slaughtered. Younger already, well, expected to come from outside. A player up the ladder. Look at them both facing. What the hell? Hold on a second. Younger just did the unthinkable up the ladder. Taking out both. We're just...
What was done for? That is the cleanest sequence I've seen all day. But still so much to do, you know. 1v5 clutch would be an insane way to kick this off, and already been an insane start. But, you know, Bomb very firmly in the grasps of Team Atrix here.
Just trying to see if maybe someone is creeping up behind her. Not quite the case. Everyone just sitting in their places, guarding their bomb. I mean, at this point, there's only 24 seconds. You would have to make some noise, and here comes the double swing. So, sure, a very cheeky double kill there from Younger, but the start already was near to perfect for Atrix. That, well, yeah, it would take a miracle for Fluxo to get back into a round like that.
Absolutely. And we talked about that opening pistol round being so important, and without a bomb plant, Fluxo Demons really can't afford anything here. You know, last map we saw them try steal these conversions away. They just do not have the money to buy up anything to even try contest this. But having said that, we saw a couple of nice sequences. You know, maybe we see some snazzy headshots coming out. And we've seen a lot of damage already done there. Look at the splash on that.
Lovely nade outside up on the heads of the CTs, but on the flip side, Goddess, first one to be taken out of this round, and still, apart from the nades, it's just Baglocks here. So I'm not expecting too much to come out of this, and Axe falls as the second one. And the rest still spread out. Maybe hoping to deal with an outside player at least. Try to take a kill home. That would be nice. Bam and all. Finally, the trade is there. How much more damage can be done? Oh, that's a rifle picked up. That's very nice. And julih straight down the vent.
And a bomb plant. Suddenly this round a little more thrown into contention than we thought it was going to be. But look at that, Sophia drive-by shooting, and they just have plenty of time for that defuse.
At that moment, it was just all about money. Trying to get the bomb plant, trying to back cheek in a kill or two. And that's it. That's pretty much the goal when you have bag looks. And now weapons can be bought into, and look at that, Younger immediately with an orb. So this is spicy because Younger perhaps lacked a bit of impact over on the previous map.
Orb gone. No orb.
Oh, I mean, you can on-buy. That's the thing now in CS2. So I think the game plan changed.
It might
but that's quite well. That's quite interesting.
There's an orb for Little Z though. So we still get our orb quota.
Yeah, she's holding it from outside garage. Flashes come through, but not quite blinding Marie at all. Still standing tall. Needs to be careful. Walks into the Molotov.
Unfortunately, not quite the weapon for holding ramp there. And ramp is just going to fall. The bomb site open for the taking now.
Oh, that's actually great timing on the peak there of Bocor. They're really trying to catch these rotations. And already so close towards the lower bomb site. Here's the footsteps. Has the awareness. Needs to be careful now because it can be peeked from multiple angles, but smokes off one.
HE grenade not quite gonna part the smoke there. Just coming through. There's a little bit of gap to work with, but it's a really awkward angle. And that re-smoke coming in a little bit deeper does mean that they have to fight for control here.
Maybe gonna try and take it a long way around through radio instead. Still waiting on that door swing. The timing needs to be perfect for Atrix to still make this happen. But the bomb will continue to tick. The swing is good though on Bokor, but now only one standing in the trades on near to perfect. Fluxo take a round home of their own. This is great. You know, money online. Orb now picked up too.
See, they didn't buy the orb because they just knew that they were going to win that round and steal the orb back. It was just psychic premonition there. They were just like, no, guys, I feel it in the wind. We pick up the orb at the end of the round. Money saved.
Bones.
Good choice on when to invest and when not to.
Yeah. But on the flip side, the investment for Atrix is going to be quite rough. Little Z with nothing. And the rest just has MP9, FAMAS, and a single M4. I do like this aggressive push of Bokor, but early on, nothing really spotted, so just wants to get back out. Maybe sneak through beside red box. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Counter shot landed on the head of Yonga, so she is down to half HP. And on the flip side, she missed her own.
I think it did get dinked, was it? Oh, this is a difficult one. Sophia with nothing but a FAMAS has so many bodies coming their way here. Reinforcements quite far away. And much to do here. Flashbang gonna force her back down the ramp there. Does manage to get away safely and can call for teammates to come on over, provide some assistance. Panics. They're gonna be watching for anyone coming over to help. They're still just on their own. Peeks around the corner. Does not quite get the first. There is going to fall. That bomb site gonna be in the hands of Fluxo Demons. Look at Younger pushing up. Missed shot, however. Swung around the corner by Bokor, but Annex and Julih with one of their own. Seen on with two. And now it's a 1v2 health solo for Annex. Does have the bomb, however. A little bit of a tussle in vent, however. Low HP, not going to work, especially close quarters with an MP9 against them. And that is going to be a third round to Team Atrix. They may have had that little bit of a speed bump, one round lost, but they come back fighting, come back swinging even more.
Yeah, and to consider, you know, the AWP of Younger had 0 impact in this particular round. And Atrix make it happen even with SMGs and very little U2 on board. So that is really what starts to worry me a little bit. When Fluxo have pretty much everything they desire, they struggle to make it happen. Now, early presence spotted. Another shot landed this time. Younger does make it happen with the deagle, but that's pretty much all they do have. They do have an additional smoke and a flash. But in the first place, will have to be these upgraded pistols.
That aerial support there from Silo. But maybe not for much longer. Luckily, not quite peeking at the wrong time there. Very quiet. Smoke coming out is going to block them off. Does provide them safe passage over towards Silver. I say that there's someone ready and waiting to greet them, and it's Bokor with 2 kills as well. Going for the third, has to reload, switches to the pistol. Unfortunately, their target taken down by their teammate, and now it's just Julih. Say that, not just Julih for very long.
Atrix certainly not messing around, making this pretty clean. So that means timeout now for Fluxo trying to get the recipe on board.
Whilst we have that timeout, I have just received an update from our wonderful producer that W7M Esports versus Furia was 6-13 match over. That does mean Furia has won 2-0 in there.
I mean, did we expect anything else?
I don't think so, no.
I mean, yeah, Furia just has been pretty clean last season as well. And they're
pretty good in the off-season as well. I've seen them in a couple of events as well, and they've been looking pretty good. But yeah, so they take that first one. W7M, not quite the warm welcome back to the big stages of ESL Impact that they were hoping for, maybe, but definitely difficult first matchup, to say the least. On the plus side, at least there is one series today that we don't have an upset. We still got this one to finish. We still got NA later as well, but, you know, at least we've got one that's gone exactly how we predicted.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen to this one? I mean, it won't be a 2-0, that's for certain. Well, not our 2-0, let's just say that.
Oh yeah, that's out the window already. Talking of out the window, Poppins throws Bokor out the window. Lovely opening pick there. Another one from Goddess, 2-player advantage.
So this is massive. Now Fluxo needs to find a window to capitalize on this. On the flip side, Atrix very much aware. Is not overextending necessarily, but Simon certainly up with a close position. Bit of a cheeky off angle. Well, actually, the fellow two CTs are pushing from B side down up on Secret. But this is so unfortunate because they are not aware that they went down on B.
It did indeed. Got us with another one finally being taken down. Look at that. Seen one hiding back of the site. Unfortunately, not the site where everyone is heading to. Mari is nearby if they wanted to go for a couple of exit kills, but I mean, with kits and utility available, but the player disadvantage just looming above them here. The money, decent enough should they want to go for it, but I don't think they do. It's just very disadvantageous. Just going to meet up and play together. Try hold on to these guys, I have a feeling. Yeah, Fluxo Demons taking a second round. Already keeping it pretty even on the scoreboard as well. Nobody running away with themselves too early. What are your thoughts on the bomb radiuses at the moment, by the way, Fearless? That's my... what are your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, some are a bit iffy.
I think that noise sums up the...
Yeah. I do think it can be worse. I think at this moment, Inferno is still the worst. Partially, I think, you know, with that not quite being fixed, it's, you know, even more reasons to not like Inferno at the moment.
Except it might be our decider tonight, so we might have to pretend to like Inferno.
Very true, very true. I mean, it's not that I hate it, absolutely not, but I can see why teams maybe not quite like to pick into things. Now, as we were talking, action is going down, trades across the map once more, and Poppins continues to create a bit of space. It was a bit quiet earlier on. Now starts to wake up, tries to open things up, but does get taken out here by Sophia. Oh, and that's a great positioning here by Julih. Immediately goes down the vent, continues to open things up for the team.
Right down there on ramp as well. Looking like they want to go for this. Ooh, spots the head, not quite able to confirm the kill. Running forward ahead of the smoke. Not quite able to find Anna X though. And Little Z just going to be falling back there. We said that the money last round was pretty decent, and even though that lost bonus kind of racking up a little bit for them, still not great. This CT economy so difficult to manage. Fluxo Demons with a third round. Going to build together a bit of a T-side for themselves, putting together a little bit of momentum as well.
Yeah, now it's once again a money on the Atrix side that's in a very tough spot. I kind of want to say, if they manage to scrap something by here, and they could once again steal a round away from Fluxo, that's really gonna sting. But I don't think they are gonna be going for it. I see Sophia unbuying, had a bunch of nades in her hand. So maybe they just sort of half-buy around that M4, have it as a hero rifle and see what they can do with it. Maybe stack a bomb site. Try to make the best out of this.
I agree. There's not really much they have the money to buy around this hero rifle. It would be nice to have a little bit more to support it, but the situation just doesn't really allow for it. That is going to be ramp already falling as well, doing their due diligence to clear it out, however. We saw on Ancient there was a couple of instances of people not really clearing out their sites properly, not checking their corners. Did lead to some unfortunate moments. Ooh, Little Z good for one, but that is all she wrote. Bocor dinked through the door here. Flashed off as well, having a miserable time here. All the utility in the kitchen sink thrown at her. And just has to fall back a little bit. Yeah, that's a rough one. Every piece of utility that could have been used there to keep her at bay is indeed. That bomb goes down. Molotov for Sophia as well. Tagged a little bit by it, just tickled. No way to get to that door, unfortunately.
Yeah, not
And that's
quite.
the save called. There's no kit available. Time already getting to a precarious stage for them. And that will be a fourth and equalizing round on the board to Fluxo Demons.
I mean, I kind of would like these two USPs to maybe see if they could go for an exit. Silent here lurking for it. Here's the footsteps now. Sophia beside... Oh, well, one at least went away. It was Marie finally finishing it off, but... Rest, unfortunately, can't stay alive too low. And the bomb radius, as we were already mentioning, yeah,
Grim.
becoming...
It's grim. I've no nice words for it.
But with that, it's a scoreline all tied up. And once again, we've seen this before. I'm getting a bit of a deja vu.
I've just been in this place before. I'm sorry, we were gonna get one eventually. We were gonna get one eventually. It was, unfortunately, it's just an awful one.
It's not awful, but... Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, understandable. Right now with another buy coming into the mix. Little Z as well on an AWP. Who, in fact, too, has been lacking a bit of impact. Now, Younger has woken up here on this map. Little Z is a bit more quiet, so do hope that she can ramp up with the AWP. But outside has been a bit of a issue.
You know what I'd like to see? Little Z holding ramp, maybe, having a little bit more ramp presence, because it seems to be a little bit of a weak spot at the moment. So I would be curious to see what it would do, but it's actually going to go
heaven.
Interesting. Not choosing to
But
send
you
it
still
out.
like, I like the switcher, by the way. Outside...
They needed something fresh.
Yeah, outside has been a bit rough as well. And I think just changing up the pace, trying to get in the open, a bit of an unpredictable spot is always nice to have. But on the flip side, looks like they are lining up some util here.
Does indeed. Well, I hope they're lining it up. Be a bit difficult to throw without that. Here we go. Smokes outside. Molotov ready and waiting. They're going to throw it on the minute. Ooh. There we go. On the minute. And seeing on as everything burns around them. Look at that.
Oh, that's an amazing flash. Further down the barbecue. And that's opening after opening. The orb, I mean, it's still alive, but has been forced out. Couldn't quite hold heaven. Too risky to just peek by yourself while the rest of the team
I think they're going to save it.
like flies. I mean, you have to at this point. A 2v5 is not quite worth going for. Not in this economy situation.
Not with the AWP still. Yeah. Which is sad, because it does mean that we just have to wait down this timer. But it's good to see Fluxo definitely feeling a little bit more like themselves on this map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a really good wake-up call. Putting the pressure up on Fluxo, and a brilliant flashbang coming up from Poppins. Just as you like to see it. And now they have a free AWP for Younger. Been having a great game thus far. And I was a bit worried earlier, you know, Goddess actually being stuck on 0 kills for a large part here of this first half. And I was like, okay, Goddess being on top of the server at one point and now so quiet. But at the same time, you know, the rest of the team is stepping up brilliantly. And yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it is a team effort.
There is no Mari, there is only the monitor. For those of you that are... I do quite like seeing the player cams at the bottom as well. Be careful. Ooh, caught with utility out there, not quite able to switch to their weapon in time and get the kill. So that will be the opening once again to Fluxo Demons. Alright, gonna have the Molotov stopping them getting any sort of view here. And once again, this A bomb site going to fall very early on.
I mean, at the end of the day, Atrix does only have pistols.
True. It should be pretty quiet around here.
Oh, absolutely denied. Nothing that Atrix can do. Even a nade on top of Sophia at a timing is just perfect.
They're just kicking them whilst they're down, just rubbing salt on the wounds.
Yeah. I was hoping that maybe Poppins could be taken out, considering how she was low, and, you know, you could do it with a pistol shot, but no, absolutely not. They account for every possible scenario, make sure that this round is, well, probably pretty clean.
Out here.
Well, not quite. Poppins therefore taken out. Oh, that's another beautiful shot, but head armor. Yeah, saving Goddess there.
There's not much you can do there. Once that first kill came through and they knew where she was, all four of them swing out, and there is nothing you can do in that situation with a pistol. Absolutely. Yeah, there we go. 6 rounds, which means no matter how badly the last 2 rounds go, we were in this exact situation last map. We were 6-4 last map. We said, you know, if they could get 2 more rounds, make it even at the half, that'd be brilliant. But Fluxo Demons, 6 rounds on their T side, already looking pretty snazzy for them. So even if everything goes horrifically wrong for the rest of this half, albeit what's left of it, this is still a half they can be proud of.
Wait, something's gonna push this. That is a massive opening, and she makes it out alive. That is big. There was so much spamming going on, and I really thought that Sinan was maybe going to fall back, try to get out of the back vent position. Maybe just take a quick peek behind it, make sure no one is there. But to go in that deep, have that confidence with so little information to go off of, absolutely wild.
It's ballsy, and it works so well as well. But daylight robbery, how they managed to get back through Squeaky without bullet through their head is beyond me. But as you said, it just works so well. And it's actually been a very quiet half other than that. A little bit of early aggression, just as a treat, you know, sprinkle a little bit of excitement in here. They are making us wait for this.
Oh, for sure.
I thought a little bit of spam there. We were going to get something. No, we're not. We're going to wait for the smoke to clear, however, I think.
But even then, it's pretty much only flashes and a single smoke left. Now, Atrix being taken up a little Z. Impact of the orb finally coming through. And it's just going to be a crunch. This players trying to create an opening by themselves. Well, finally one comes on through. A double, almost a triple kill. But how much can Younger now do all by herself? And 13 seconds. Oh, a beautiful no-scope now. It's time.
Only 6 seconds though.
She could get the bomb down, but Little C is going to be walking around the corner, and there we have it.
That's such a difficult one because you've either got to hold your nerve and hope they don't push you on that bomb plant, but when there's only 6 seconds, you know, there's no reason for them not to push.
Yeah, no.
But that was so close.
Yeah.
Knew that the last play was heaven as well, because I think they must have heard. But yeah, sadly not quite able to close it out by virtue of the timer there. If there'd been a bit more time, I could have 100% seen that swinging the other way, but that's half of the game, isn't it? Is managing that big, slowly shifting down number at the top of the screen that so often we forget about.
I mean, it was a very good attempt considering there were 2 players down. So, to make it still that close, big props. But it keeps things close, and Boko in a very cheeky position. We haven't really been utilizing Secret all too much. But Atrix thinks of this round a bit differently. Tags up on X here as well. So there is a health advantage, but the weapons still don't quite favor Atrix as much. Now Siren falls too, making things a bit more tricky once more here for that CT side.
Does indeed. I like this push from Sophia though. Might be able to catch somebody off guard. Harry being very proactive here. Might be able to just loop round and find Julih.
Oh, this is massive. Sophia finds a double, making a triple. Absolutely wild stuff. And with that, we still lend ourselves a 6-6 half. It can't be any closer.
ever call me princess, I'm the king and queen. 'Cause I know what I want, yeah, I do what I please. If you threaten me, you're not ready for me. I know that I'm blessed, but I ain't taking less, 'cause I always wanna be successful. Never second guess, you know what I expect. There ain't no way that I'ma settle. I ain't gonna stress, I'll give you what I get. So boys, you better be respectful. I ain't gonna rest, so I'ma be the best, but I don't do it to impress ya. Better keep your focus. Wouldn't wanna show you up if you hadn't noticed. I've got the royal touch. If you've always got to lead, then you're not ready for me. Don't you ever call me princess, I'm the king and queen. 'Cause I know what I want, yeah, I do what I please. If you're threatened, you should leave, 'cause you're not ready for me. Rise above the drama, boosting up my karma. Won't fall for your drama, I'm hard to please. Gotta raise the bar now, now that I'm in charge, yeah. Think you're smart, I'm smarter, you're not ready for me. I've been working harder, see me living larger, buy my own damn Prada. Gotta raise the bar now, now that I'm in charge, yeah. Think you're smart, I'm smarter, you're not ready for me. You've always got to lead, then you're not ready for me. Don't you ever call me princess, I'm the king and queen. 'Cause I know what I want, yeah, I do what I please. If you're threatened, you should leave, 'cause you're not ready for me. I know that I'm blessed, but I ain't taking less, 'cause I always wanna be successful. Never second guess, you know what I expect. There ain't no way that I'ma settle. I ain't gonna stress, I'll give you what I get. So boys, you better be respectful. I ain't gonna rest, so I'ma be the best, but I don't do it to impress ya. If you've always got to lead, you're not ready for me. Don't you ever call me princess, I'm the king and queen. 'Cause I know what I want, yeah, I do what I please. If you're threatened, you should leave, 'cause you're not ready for me. I've got the royal touch.
Hands up against the wall. This is the moment I break free. Nothing can tear me apart, but nothing in life comes easy. So we're gonna put in the time. Time to new heights, higher than mountains. Nothing can pick up the stride, pick up the stride. Oh, we gon' light it up. It don't matter what they say. We can face it all.
Welcome back, everybody. 6-6 is where we left you, and 6-6 is where we pick up on map number 2 of our first best of 3 ESL Impact Season 5 South American group. Now, how are we feeling, Villas?
Tense. I think that's really
Tense,
the
yeah.
only emotion or the feeling I got deep down my stomach, because this is extremely close. And Atrix perhaps are looking to make this a 2-0 affair. They're kicking off the pistol once again. It's style. 2 opening kills as if it's nothing. And the bomb planted. And now what do you do on this retake? It's going to be extremely tough to get inside the upper bomb site.
I was going to say, look at some of these crossfires established, although having said that, Murray going down does kind of break some of them as well. Spotted, however, in heaven, desperately trying to take down Boca. Not able to, though. Oh, I say that, Julih. Trying to find the bomb, just going to stick it. No? Oh, runs out bullets.
Oh, that's still extremely close. Almost too close for comfort. But Atrix takes it down. Of course, big props to those 2 opening kills. That made a massive difference. So much. You know, you speak immediately in tempo and you kind of overwhelm Fluxo. So, now we have seen a couple of forces here and there. I didn't quite see them buy just yet. This is an extremely tough situation now to be in. This is your map pick.
Yeah.
This is also your shot of still being able to win the game, and the pistol round once more not quite going in your favor.
is, especially CT pistol, one that they really needed to win there. Of course, Atrix getting it with a bomb plant as well. There's not really much you can do. Trying to force on CT side after losing the pistol can be really hit and miss. If you get some nice kills, maybe, but still, it's never a pretty buy, so most people shy away from it. I'm a little bit of a fan of chaos, so I love it when we see a CT forced by second round off of a loss. But I think definitely the smart play here. Ooh, tagged down a little bit from outside, but look at all that information that they have now. Definitely spotted a couple, and that HE grenade doing so much damage, but Boca doing more. Sophia with one and a second. And then Mari. Yeah.
1 HP. But not
All they
quite. Yeah, all they need to still be standing, having
Sorry.
a clean round.
Look at Bocor's scoreline quickly.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
I blinked
Keep
and
in mind
suddenly
that-
we're... Oh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I blinked and suddenly 20 and 10. Perfect 2 KD. Amazing. I interrupted you though? You sounded like you were about to make a really good
wanted
point.
to say
I'm sorry.
how she was a bit more of a newer face in the ESL Impact. But she has so much proven her worth over time. And she is a superstar within this team. Absolutely insane. And often, you know, our faces go perhaps a bit more towards Little Z, who we've been seeing since the earlier stages of ESL Impact. But perhaps the new blood is where we need to be looking, and she just adds 2 more to the list here as well. Round not quite over though.
There is a kit available, and Little Z is low on health. Actually, both of these players quite low on health. Unfortunately, drops down into the open, directly into the gun of Little Z. As you said, one of the players that we often find ourselves talking about. That is a 9th round to Atrix Esports.
How she continues to build. And with that investment down the drain, there's even more riding on this. Atrix, I think, relatively easily is going to be making double digits here. Perhaps the nades can do something on the flip side of Fluxo. There's definitely a very heavily investment into util. But everything dumped here in the early stages, just hoping to have some effect. And in fact, 4 HP down outside, and that is about it. I do love this double swing. Bit of a panic spray coming on out. Mari at least deals with it perfectly, so does Sinan.
That was... Poppins being able to get away there as well is crazy. They've just been able to dodge some of these bullets, get a nice couple of kills, and either way, this has been an expensive round for Atrix, more so than I would have probably expected. And what's even weirder is that they had such a grip. They had 3 players in lobby waiting, and still managed to lose so many people. But still got the advantage here. Younger being spotted, taken down quite low, and unfortunately the only one left alive now as Poppin dies elsewhere on the map. And what more can you really do? Pistol to your name, albeit a little bit upgraded, so you can maybe go down with a little bit more style, but there's not really much to save here.
Oh, and Atrix know where Younger was last spotted, so they're just basically holding all the exits of where she can come from. If you're Younger, there's plenty of money here to work with for the next round, so
True.
we try and see if you could get a kill going, especially Little Z being so low. Very good opportunity that you can do that. Well, there we go. Didn't even need a headshot. Okay, Younger doesn't get what's up with these double taps.
They're just a pistol god.
Absolutely. I mean, she has been on fire, let's be honest. 15 in 11. She's done extremely well for the team, but as we mentioned earlier a bit as well, Goddess, who was popping off on map 1, even though Fluxo lost that map, by the way, she has gone completely quiet here.
Ooh, I believe we might be having a couple of issues, so we get to have a look at some of our wonderful replays from this map so far. There's been some highlights as well. Look at this, going for a second one as well. So clean.
So satisfying.
So clean. I'm envious. I wish I had that level of skill.
I mean, yeah, on the flip side, we also have Bokor on 23 and 11. So on both sides, we have people popping up left and right.
And it's nice to see different people stepping up across the map as well. Because there's always a couple of consistent front runners. But it's nice to be seeing or saying as well for us some new names and getting to sing the praises of more people. Because, you know, I felt like sometimes with some of these teams, it's, as you said, the same names. We say Little Z a lot. And that's often the case with Orpas. We're singing their praises a lot. It's nice to see other people being the center of attention and putting up these crazy numbers, quite frankly.
For sure. I mean, we were already very much surprised with Sofia's appearance. Sofia having not played in the last season, but she did play season 3. But I was wondering, you know, that absence of play and now suddenly being in a new squad, how does that sort of make you feel? But she doesn't seem to have nerves whatsoever. Sure, her performance maybe this map not as impactful as the previous, but you know, if we look at the scoreline, things are looking fine for Atrix right now.
They are indeed, as you said, double digits, very, very close to that all-important map and series point. And it does look like we are back underway as well. Any issues that we had quickly resolved. And it's a pretty even buy, something that we haven't been able to say too much this game. That CT economy does mean that you're having to, you know, eco quite a lot more than is comfortable, especially with even more limited rounds. Ooh, Young, a nice position up here. Not quite able to see, however, the passage into secret. Those go either way, though.
Yeah, very much back and forth action. Oh, and that's a missed opportunity. Vocal not quite connecting the shot. With that, very much an opportunity for Fluxo to take home this round. It's a great haul from julih. Takes down 3. And that is exactly the firepower we were looking for. julih steps it up very much big time.
Absolutely. That is the little burst of energy that we need to see to try start swinging the momentum a little bit, because Atrix definitely started to piece some stuff together. They are feeling themselves in this series. And now the buy isn't great for Atrix. There's a lot of utility, which is good to see. A couple of less than ideal weapons. On a map like Nuke and on T side, still equally as dangerous. And an X in a corner, but that's when they're the most dangerous as well. Anxious to get the pick onto Xenon and away with their life. Goddess holding this outside position. Whether they'll expect the boost up onto Red, however, or whether Little Z expects Anna there. Actually, Bokor that's going to take contact. I say that, Younger going to take them down before anything can be initiated. Younger with another as well. Keeping this outside on lockdown.
I love that off angle, very deep into CT. Not expected, because you saw Little Z looking with her ult, being so busy with main. Younger's position, not quite accounted for, and now julih has found the contact. Finds the spray, easy peasy. Fluxo with all 5 still alive, making it to 8. So they're starting to ramp up, break the economy of Atrix, and now there's a shot to once more to tie up the scoreline.
It is indeed not much money in this round, so we will likely see them just, well, given what we've seen in this series already, probably a couple of nades. We have seen quite a few nades coming out. Although having said that, actually, just choosing to go for nothing here but a P250. So there really is nothing to work with here. But they're actually playing quite passively, all things considered. Younger, however, the all really good for one target at a time. Doesn't quite hit its first shot. Goddess, however, with one of their own. Fall back, ready and waiting. Doesn't miss the second, however. They are flooding around her. Gets another. Goddess with their own second, and suddenly the team has just melted, and Fluxo has found himself with a 9th round.
Now, I know Atrix had a very poor buy there, but that was so satisfying to watch on the side of Fluxo. Especially Younger. Now 19 kills for her, mind you. So yes, we were highlighting Bokor almost having 2 KD. Well, Younger pretty much does the same. Now, round number 20, things looking closer than ever. And especially here towards the latter stages of this map, economy is going to be playing such a big role. And Fluxo's economy currently quite heavily stacked with winning back-to-back rounds. So there's a lot riding on this for Atrix if they want to get this map home. Spray down a very long distance you have to account for. But Marie makes it happen.
Ooh, Younger, can they replicate the same success as last time? Gets the first as well. Unfortunately, that's all she wrote. Murray pushing through the double doors, clearing that site, being the spearhead for her team onto that site. Xenon, careful. And back to back, basically, up on that A site. Those positions very steadfast, very locked in here as well. It is a massive uphill battle if they want to try to retake this. There is kits available, and there is the opening kill to initiate this. But they do have to act fast. Oh, it's another player, double doors, but that's Murray taking them down. Xenon with one of their own, and now it's just Murray versus poppins in the 1v1, but there's no time left. Even with that kit, just has to fall back, try keep hold of this weapon. But both escape with their lives, and that is an 11th round. One step, 1 inch closer to taking this series for Atrix Esports.
And once again, these duels so close. Constant trades across the board. This time, Younger couldn't quite get the multi-frag going. Couldn't quite do it by herself. And eventually, once that bomb was planted, there was so much space already being created. Atrix continuously keeping the fights busy, delaying Fluxo further. Continuing to put pressure up them now.
Is all the smoke's coming out for outside. Ooh, Xenon stepped in the flames a little bit towards the end. Smoke's coming out. They are just going to choose to disrespect them, and unfortunately that is poppins' playground. Gets 3. Young with one of their own, and suddenly it's just little Z left. Upgrades their weapon. Still smoked off, however. So much to do. Unfortunately, I really don't think they can do it. They do have the bomb on their back. And Nuke is a map where you can find some slippery little timings and find yourself in places where your opponents don't expect you. It's such a monumental task. And with Julih there, ready and waiting, not going to check their corners. And that'll be a 10th round to Fluxo Demons, keeping it even Stevens and keeping us on the edges of our seats. Pushing for that 3rd map.
Yeah, now economy's not looking bright here for Atrix to have to give up this round. And then when it's 11-11, hope that they can win 2 in a row. But this is smelling like either it, you know, Fluxo is just going to be walking away with this, trying to really steamroll on that momentum. Or perhaps it could even go to OT territory. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but it could. Very much could.
We have to mind what we say, because we could very easily curse this. I mean, we cursed it from the moment we said Fluxo Demons 2-0.
It is a realistic possibility. Not saying it will happen.
Some events I've worked, if you make predictions, they're like, nope, time out, not allowed here. Nope, don't jinx it. I like this position from poppins, though. Up on the rafters, down into hearts. No one is going to expect that. You know, you're looking there and you're looking, oh, maybe there's a player on hut. You're not going, oh, maybe someone's on rafters even higher up, just looming above you. Ooh, look at that. Poppins once again just decimates the entire team. And in the blink of an eye, it's 11-11. Look at that. Nice big stretch from poppins. All in a day's work for her. Now this is a big round. For, well, specifically for Atrix. Fluxo Demons is set on the money here. Like, Yuma is on 10.5. Well, sorry, is on 10 grand. Just sat in the back pocket. They're set for the rest of regulation here. For Atrix, they really need this if they want to try close this out quickly.
Atrix go for this outside push a lot of the times. I've seen this wall of smoke plenty of times. Now, one player does sneak on through without getting spotted. Oh, but footsteps heard, and Junge can just easily adapt. Only has to hold the scope, and now Goddess, the hold is strong. The march onto 12 is there, and now they just need one more.
They do. That bomb, it went flying forward as well. So difficult to retrieve, even if they had managed to trade that. And it's a couple of these occasions where Poppins just getting a 3K, and there's absolutely nothing that can be done about it. That there's no trades coming through, and it's just daylight robbery, frankly. And these multi-kills really been what has led the charge to this point. And it's just Mac 10s and utility here for Atrix to try close it out. Still could be deadly. It's, you know, Fluxo Demons making a comeback here.
Sophia here already been taken out. It's not the best start. Not the start that Atrix is looking for. But they still have util. But when you're going to be using it, how much? You're going to be using this early already in order to take space. Oh, flash comes through. Not quite finding something just yet. They do know a player pushed further back. Julih now as well. But what's the plan going to be? Do Atrix want to capitalize on this lower bomb side? I just want to wait and see what the response of Fluxo is going to be.
Junge just running through the smoke. There's so many people around them. And they've just passed each other.
Oh,
Trigger
no.
discipline. Gets the first, immediately spotted. Gets the second as well. Knows that there's a third available. Gets the third. Knows that there's a fourth as well now. Switches away from the weapon. But look at that. Poppins to close it out. 13 rounds on the board. And we are going to a map number 3, Veerless.
And this looked actually like it very well could be going the way of Atrix in a 2-0 fashion, but Fluxo really redeemed themselves in that second half. Steamrolled almost through it, having so many back-to-back rounds. Eventually recovered their economy.